Hello everyone, my name is Tifalon and welcome to Bedtime Stories Part 9. And I've just recorded Part 7 and Part 8, and maybe we'll do Part 10 too, which means that I've been recording 4 episodes at once, which is great because that way I can, schedule ahead of time. But, which is not so great because you now have to wait until episode 11 if you post a comment or a question for me to answer that. Oh, by the way, do that. So we solved our first riddle. Yeah, episode 9. We solved our first riddle in episode 9. Jesus. This reading simulator. Okay. So we have just fixed this clock, which does this very annoying noise. So we'll see how that will go now. We'll talk to them, see if we can find out anything. Kasmin. You fixed the clock! I knew you could do it! I knew it! She shoots a triumphant smile at Mimion. You must tell us what you saw. Who were those figures? Were they cast-offs? What did they say? Were you able to retrieve them? Patience, Cass. We must first congratulate our guest. He turns to you. Masterfully done, revered one. A performance worthy of your sire. He bows gravely to you. You are most welcome here. He frowns. Unfortunately, your task is not entirely complete. We told you our price. That decision stands. Return when you have the knowledge you promised. Oh, so I need to interact with the clock now. Excuse me. The machine is solid now. Each of the 3 clock faces shows a single time, though none of them point to any time measurement that you understand. You lean closer to the central clock face. 3 shadowy figures still lurk within, their features thou most discernibly now. Suddenly, the figures surge out of the clock toward you. Intense pressure strikes your hand like a steel spike. Then everything goes black. Where are we going? Oh, that looks really like... Yeah, only stairs up right.
All right.
Kamose de Victor de Villain. Kamose. The 3 figures before you are disoriented. They don't even seem to notice you at first. All 3 of them have a tattoo like yours. Cast-offs. Kamose. What befell us? The woman is dressed in a powerful-looking armor. Her face bears several scars, yet her eyes have the innocence of a child. Did he do something? Are we still in the clock? Diviatichu. I do not believe so. The second figure is tall, dressed in all in black. Its height is exaggerated further by a violet fish-like crest on the top of its head. Its large yellow eyes are squinted, scanning all around. There was a man outside the clock, but it wasn't. It was him. The third figure points at you. He is small, weary, and tense as though he expects danger. He carries a shield on his back. He's a cast-off, he says, looking at your tattoo. Can't say I recognize him, though. Who are you? The woman steps forward. We beg your forgiveness, friend, brother. We have been through quite the trial. I am Kamose. These are my friends, Diviatichu and Villain. We are cast-offs like you. She looks you up and down, her brow slightly furrowed despite her kind demeanor. We were ingested into your head. I saw it. How is that possible? He eyes you suspiciously. Who are you? I'm a cast-off like you. I'm the latest one. Silver and gold tied, raised a tiny amount. The latest? She raises one eyebrow significantly higher than the other. That's not possible. We faced the changing god mere days ago, and you're not the body he wore. I think we might have been trapped in that clock for centuries, Kamose. Something about it messed with our perception. The Varjellen looks up at the ceiling, or where the ceiling would be if there were one. Time is an illusion. How long is the wrong question? Turns its enormous bulbous eyes to you. What is this place? Where are we? Somewhere in my mind, I think. The Varjellen shuts his eyes. 6 nostrils open wide as it inhales deeply. Yes, perhaps you are right. Our consciousness were ripped from our bodies when the changing god activated his clock. Then, when you appeared, it happened again. Our minds ripped from their chronal prison. It looks to its friends. I cannot be certain, but I believe this is part of some vast mental construct. He turns to you. Your mental construct. Villain's eyes become nearly as large as the Varjellen's. What? You mean we just went from one prison to another? He grips you by the shoulders. You did this. If this is your mind, then let us out. I don't know how to get out of here. Relax, friend, brother. Whether for days or centuries, we survived that clock. We will survive this. If time is an illusion, then it is not our enemy. We will find a way. Why can't you get us out of here? Weren't you listening? We were trapped in that clock for centuries. I'm looking for a way out, believe me. But if Divya Tiju says it's your mind, then it's your show. So long as we live, there is hope. One of us will find a way, Kamosa says. Why did the changing god trap you in the clock? Yes, she looks down embarrassed. The 3 of us once worked alongside our sire, helping him with his research after he'd brought the Order of Truth to Saga's Cliffs. We saw him for what he was. Selfish, arrogant. He doesn't care about us, not a single one of his children. He crosses his arms and looks away bitterly. All of his projects were always about him. He didn't care if anyone got hurt in the process. We betrayed him, unlike the others. The Varjellen looks you directly in the eye. We meant to stun him, to capture him, before he could escape to another body. But he was too quick for us. He activated the clock, tearing our minds from our bodies and trapping us eternally. I don't see any way out. The Varjellen stretches his neck, putting its face within a handspan of yours. It seems to be examining you. Then it says, Your mind. Only you have the power to change. What's he trying to say is that this place was created from your body, or perhaps by your body. Your sire placed within each of us unique gifts and abilities. For example, I have never heard tell of another cast-off who could trap consciousness the way you have. She gives you a warm smile. He would not have created this space for you without also giving you a means by which to move through it. Think, what other gifts did your creator bestow upon you? Interesting. So we're talking about gifts that he gave me. I chose an aspect of myself when I was born, deep in the heart of this labyrinth. Is that it? Divyatichu shakes his head. I can see what you speak of, it says, and you get a momentary impression that its eyes can see through you. This aspect describes you, just as I am Varjellen. Villain is observant, Kamosa is foolish. I object that characterization. Villain gives a kind chuckle. He's not wrong, and you know it. At her wounded look, he raises his head pleasantly. It's the truth. Anyway, you've gotten us out of twice as much trouble as you get us into. The Varjellen speaks to you. These aspects are descriptors of who we are, but we are not us. That you chose your aspect says quite a lot, but I do not believe that is enough to set us free. I am a jack of all trades. So am I, kid, and yet we're both still stuck here, Villain says. You see, that's just the type of thing that you do. It was a path you chose, not something your sire gave you, nor a means to freedom, Camosa says. I built a path out of a deep fathom in my mind by recovering memories I had lost. Perhaps if there were any memories here to recover, Divya Tichu says. Villain curls his lip and looks around. Maybe I just don't know what memories look like, but I don't see anything. It would seem we are in agreement, Villain. I don't think I have the ability you're talking about. You must, she looks at her compatriots back to you. We each have our gifts, given to us by our sire for a specific purpose. His purpose, of course, but a purpose nonetheless. She presses her hand to her chest. They say, for example, that, foolish though I may be, I have 9 magical gifts of speech. That is not something I chose nor learned, but it is who he made me to be. Villain rubs his hand along the edge of his shield. I am a master of defensive arts. Our sire learned them when he was in my body, probably built my body to excel at it. I wouldn't call it a gift, but it's me, yeah. I am one with the shadows. I live with them. I breathe them. This is not the esoteric I discovered, but a unique ability our sire chose for me while he was in my body, Divyatichu says. Camosa gives you a kind smile. The gift is in you. Perhaps you've just forgotten. Our sire wouldn't have made this place for you without granting you the power to get out. Focus. Find the answer inside yourself. Shut your eyes, search your memories for this ability they speak of. You riff through your memories, past everything you actually remember to those memories you didn't create yourself. There must be a key or a door, anything that will help you to escape this fathom of your mind. Things start to make sense slowly. Sorry. Things start to make sense. The story is starting to get going. It's a lot more fun now. Just as you're about to give up, you find something, a cluster of sparks, and ascend abilities deep within the core of your being. You sense the abilities to speak eloquently, to use a shield with a master's skill, to lurk among the shadows as though they were home.
I'm ready to learn something new.
Ha! Your travels have left you more experience, allowing you to advance. This will grant you a choice of improving your statistics, skills, or abilities. To do this, open your character sheet. Okay. None of these seem particularly suited to creating a path out of this place. But as you sift through them, you know that you're trapped here. Not because it's some puzzle your sire left for you to solve, but because you're not yet whole. This is another part, the last part, of deciding who you are. In completing yourself, you will be able to open a path back to the calm of your mind. Aha! Yeah, that is... What? Only those 3 Foki? Good. Why those? Interesting. I would now be very curious if depending on the choices I made until now, I would have different Foki to choose from. So, I'm a mysterious Jack who breathes shadows? Who breathes shadow? No. Who masters defense? You study techniques to defend yourself and others physically and mentally in any situation? No. Who brandishes a silver tongue? You know the right thing to say in every situation. There is no obstacle that you cannot be overcome with words. Oh, max effort +1 on persuasion, deception, and intimidation tasks. Oh god. I want to shit. I'm probably not good with that. Oh. Then the Masters of Defense. Who masters defense is probably the best fit. Persuasion, deception, and intimidation. I'm not sure which one of those skills was at a minus. I don't think all of them. And stir immediately. Whenever an attack misses, make a basic attack against that enemy if in range. There's no limit to the number of attacks that can be made this way each turn. So that's kind of neat, actually. Counter attack. That's kind of cool, actually. You missed, you know, you dodge out, and then you stab him. Other natural charisma. I'm perceivable, and I know the mystics, but I don't think I'm very much charismatic. I go with Master's Defense. That's it. You did it. Does this mean we can go back to the real world? I don't think so, villain. But it does mean we are free, finally. He turns to you. Thank you, friend. Go. We will follow. Huh. Spend your experience points by clicking the plus button next to your experience meter on the left side of the screen. You can choose between 4 advancement steps. When you gain all 4 steps, you will increase your tier, unlocking a new section of abilities and other bonuses. I want to say intimidation is the one thing I'm not good at. Intimidation, persuasion, and the other one. Anyway, counterattack is fine. Yeah, counterattack is fine. Let's select one of the following options to spend your experience points. You can select each option once per tier. That is true. So, improved ability I can't. Improved skill. Increase edge. No, I don't want to increase edge yet. Stat pools. Improve the skill. And improve perception.
Did I learn that? Or remember it?
It's gotta be really yeah, he will see everything. He will see everything. He will see the holds and others' attacks. Therefore, he will be able to evade. That's the perfect explanation for this. Okay, I've gained the wisdom. So that was part of the tutorial? We're in part 9 and this is part of the tutorial still? Ah! Character creation! Jesus. Unbelievable. But this game really rewards you for taking your time with it. It really does. Ooh, what's happening here? The Spectre. I saw what happened. Are you alright? That thing almost killed you. What? Where did that fragment come from? It was a piece that the sorrow released into your mind earlier. What's your step? There are probably more of them about. The sorrow must be gathering its strength, taking spaces in your mind to keep you from reaching your full potential. I don't know why it doesn't just destroy you. Maybe the fragments aren't strong enough yet. It's alright though. We have more important things to do, right? Like get that chamber fixed. I found the resonance chamber, but it's broken. Yeah, I saw that. I don't see everything you do out there in the world, but I definitely saw that. You have to find a way to fix it. Are you always here? Where else would I be? What should I do now? With the chamber broken, I'm not sure. We need to find someone who can fix it. The chamber's our only hope. Without it. How did activating the clock in the real world open that other fathom? Who knows? It probably triggered something in your mind, made a bridge you didn't have before. Maybe you did have the bridge once, but you lost it. Is there anything to do while I'm here? You mean apart from the cabaret acts, distilleries, and endless adventure just behind the next wrinkle in your mind? He jabs you in the arm with his elbow. Ha! And if you believe that, sorry, but it's your mind. There's nothing like that here. I've looked. Still, you've changed. Things plenty already. I wouldn't be surprised if something showed up here eventually. Has anything changed since the last time I was here? Look around. It's your mind. Okay. If this is my mind, why don't I remember this place? I'll told you as much as I know. It's your mind, and that means you're in control. You just need to figure out how to unlock its secrets. I don't know how, but I think the resonance chamber will do that for us. It'll untie us, make us whole again. How do I get back this time? The portal's still there. You don't see why it wouldn't work twice. Could other fathoms open like that? Maybe. You've already made a lot of changes to this place. At this point, nothing would surprise me. Okay. I think I'm ready to go. Farewell. The portal has collapsed into this tiny pulsing sphere. Something about it strikes you as angry, though you'd be hard pressed to stay away.
Yes. Now.
Okay, let's go out of here.
Thank you.
If you hear hammering, there is a neighbor hammering. I'm back. Ah, you returned to us, and you have completed your task. What did you see inside the clock? Tell us! She's nearly breathless with excitement. I met Camose Deviatitude Villain. Blue Tide raised a small amount. Disappointment caresses her face. I know these names. They're not new to us. They were favored servants of your creator, cast-offs who served him well. Indeed, the Beatitude poured the order of truth to Sagar's cliffs, but they betrayed their holy trust and disappeared. Nevertheless, we will honor our arrangement. You sought answers about who might repair the resonance chamber. We know that your sire built it with the aid of another cast-off, still unknown to us. Perhaps one of the siblings might know where to find him, or her. I know of only one other cast-off still in the city, the albino assassin Markina. They call her the White Death. She wore a camouflage cloak and brought the destruction in her wake. The last of her I heard of her, she was in the underbelly. Seek her, but be wary.
I'll remember that.
Farewell, cast-off. I must consult with my colleague. Okay, interesting. So I am a Mystical Jack who masters defense. I have another thing, and I want to increase my edge in speed.
My understanding has increased.
Edge represents your innate talent with a particular stat pool. Each point of edge reduces the total cost of activating an ability and or spending effort by 1 point. This can lead to abilities being free to activate and free levels of effort. Yeah, that's great. Okay. I'm a jack of all trades that just counters everything out, okay?
In an instant.
So here's the underbelly. We have several things. Oh, she can. She gets increased edge in intellect.
A promising choice.
Yep. Cunning nano who pierces realities, and I'm a mystical jack who masters defense. Interesting. Now I'm very curious if I can get other descriptors. Yeah, so that's really cool. I think we're gonna stop here for a moment. And finish up this episode 9, and have episode 10 get us to a different area. Incredible. Please don't mock me for this, but it just took a while. It just took a while to get here. Oh, interesting. Embedded in a cliff wall is a massive structure that clearly predates the buildings that surround it. Alright, so where do we go next in the next episode? Let's check out. So we could go to Cliff's Edge and find the girl. Could go to Government Square to the Order of Truth. Or to the Underbelly to find the other cast-off. I'm gonna roll a die after this episode. And then we're just gonna go there, and let me define this real quick. 1, 2, 3. We go from left to right. 1, 2, 3. We roll a die, and then we do it. So stay tuned until episode 10 when we'll do. And have a great evening. This was Bedtime Stories Part 9. My name is Ben Sifferland. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a question. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Goodbye.